Yeah, Lynchy, part of a pretty exciting forward line, but 55 points. Where did you see it break down?
Yeah, look, it was really disappointing on the weekend. Obviously, with how things played out, a lot of credit has to go to Geelong. They played a really good game and had a really good plan and were able to implement it. So, the boys are obviously disappointed the way it eventuated. But I think as everyone knows, the good thing is we can hopefully turn it around this week.
Is it a concern that the 2 times you've had a crack at them, you haven't got near?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, we've played some really consistent footy this year, and probably against those other good quality teams around us, we've been in just about every game. So obviously on the weekend was disappointing. We didn't really feel like we were in the game, and they were certainly in control. But in saying that, scores are just about level at half time. So that third quarter let us down, and we certainly don't feel like we're too far away.
How big a factor is that ground? Because we could play out in finals again, of course, because somebody has to play there.
Yeah, look, I don't think the ground's too much of a factor. I mean, for them, it's obviously their home field, and that's where they train, and they're pretty familiar with it. But there's not too much difference with most grounds out there, and a couple of metres here and there. But it's a place where we've got to obviously get better at playing footy.
Is it disheartening to see the game plan that's done so well this year sort of fail twice against the same sort of team?
No, it's not. I mean, we're 18 rounds in, and it seems to have held up pretty well thus far. I mean, that's the way it's worked out, where they've been able to get on the winning side of the ledger both times we've played them. But in both games, it felt like we're right up into the contest. And as I said, scores are level at half time. In the last quarter, we had 17 inside 50s, and so it was just that third quarter that let us down. So it's not like we went out there and lost all 4 quarters and got smashed off the park. But in terms of our standards, which we're building at this club, we a third quarter like that's pretty disappointing.
So how do you turn it around this week?
Getting out there and training hard. We reviewed yesterday, looked at what we needed to work on. We'll do a bit more of that today, and then we'll get out and train, and hopefully we can implement those things come this weekend.
Story out of Melbourne that there might be Good Friday football potentially next year. I don't think it involved the Crows, but as just a fan and a player of the game, do you like the idea of Good Friday football?
Be careful what I say here, but yeah, I do, absolutely. It's actually a bit annoying sometimes when it comes around and there's no footy on that day. You'd like to obviously tune in or be playing yourself. So, it'd be nice, and a few more cafes open too, which would be handy.
It'd be great to have it here.
It would be fantastic.
What about Monday night, round 23 football?
Yeah, look, I'm not too sure, and I'll leave that one with the football department and Fags to sort through. I'll just worry about playing. So, whenever the AFL, tell us players we've got to play, then that's when we've got to play. But, they'll work through that, which is going to be best for our fans.
Is there a feeling around the club that you want to bounce back and really just give Essendon one this weekend?
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter who we're playing this week. The boys are pretty eager and pretty disappointed, obviously, with the performance the other night, but pretty eager to turn it around come this week. So, we'll obviously have to rest and recover after any game, but once the boys touch down after returning on Sunday, the boys are getting ready for this week.
Looking at who you play on the run home, is it any concern that you don't face a top side to test yourself before what would be a pretty hot first final?
Nah, not at all. All I can say is the run home, we've got to win every game to give ourselves the best chance to obviously finish as high as possible. We're in a bit of a logjam there with a lot of number of teams, and on the weekend we were second and dropped down to 6th. So we've got to keep winning games of football, and it's as simple as that. So if we can start that this week, that's going to give us the best chance to do so, and next week we've got to focus on the opponent after that. So it's pretty simple for us.
I know that you don't go into games thinking we're going to win this easily, but do you talk around the club that if we get a chance this week, percentage could be important later, let's really sink us to the grid?
No, we don't talk about that. We talk about making sure we win the game at footy. So, Essendon have played some really exciting footy this year and have been in a lot of contests. So we know that, and I know, but playing in the AFL for a while now, if you're off at all, anyone can beat you on the day. So we're really eager, obviously, to rectify what we dished out last week, but also getting back to the way we play. And we'll be looking forward to doing that on Sunday afternoon.
When you did look at the game, did you talk much about ball movement? Because in the last quarter, you actually sped it up again.
Yeah, we did touch on that. We touched on a few other things, but obviously we felt like, as I said, in the game at half time, third quarter let us down, especially in the contest. They beat us in contested ball, but also flipped it out and beat us on the outside too. So, we're disappointed with that quarter, but obviously, and to the boys and coach's credit, we're able to rebound in that last quarter, have 17 for 50, took the game on, and just weren't able to. I think we scored 2 goals too in that last quarter. So, we still weren't able to put too much scoreboard pressure on.
How important is Taylor Walker to the side, given there's a bit of a cloud over him at the moment? Would you rather make sure that he's 100% right for the rest of the year and give him a rest this week, or make sure that he's in there to lead the side as he's done all year?
Yeah, well, first question, he's huge. He's huge for us. He's our leader, and he really straightens us up. He's a fierce competitor, and he's a real consistent player. So for us, he's obviously really important in that aspect that he's out there. And I'd be surprised if there wasn't too many players playing through some sort of niggle or anything like that. And Taylor's no different. So he's going to give himself the best chance this week to get up. We'll train on Thursday, our main session, and hopefully he can get through that and give himself the best chance to play.
Is there any update on him and Tals?
I think Tals trained today and got through that fine, and Taylor's just working through recovering a bit further. But as I said, he'll train hopefully Thursday, and if he can get through that, he'll give himself a chance.
Sandful replacements for Tex? A couple of forwards down there that have been going all right lately.
There are a few. He's, as I said, he's pretty good chance to play. Hopefully he gets up, but a strength of ours this year is our state league team has been playing some really good footy, and a number of guys have been playing really well. Harry Deers had a really good month of footy. John O'Beach is one as well who's been pretty consistent this year. So I'm sure if anyone in the team's not performing or under an injury cloud, that those guys would be more than capable of coming to the side.